Hi everyone, Laura Jawad here. I'm a pregnancy and postpartum athleticism coach and postnatal fitness specialist. And today I'm going to walk you through a diastasis recti self-assessment. I am 3 weeks postpartum, so this is about as early as I've wanted to do a self-assessment on myself. I am solidly within the 6 to 8 week spontaneous healing period for a diastasis recti. So anything that I observe today is likely within the realm of normal. And there's still a lot of healing that my body is going to do on its own, and a lot more that I can work on in the coming weeks and months. So today is just a baseline assessment, not a cause for concern, not a diagnosis. So the way this will work is I'm going to lay down on my back in a supine position, just like I was setting up for something like a glute bridge. I'm going to just use a couple fingers to measure the tension along my linea alba. So that's the midline of the six-pack muscles, rectus abdominis muscles. I am going to then do a more intentional assessment with a little bit of a head curl, so that just puts a little bit of tension into these rectus abdominis muscles. And I'm going to feel for the width of the gap between those muscles at my belly button, at 3 fingers above and 3 fingers below my belly button. So I'm going to assess actually for the width of the gap, but also for the tension in the gap, or tension of the linea alba in that gap. And then I'll do the same assessment with a head curl and a connection breath or a piston breath. So that's essentially an exhale with a pelvic floor contraction or a Kegel. So let me show you how this goes. Okay, so this works best if you can expose your belly. And then, as I said, we're just going to feel down that midline, assessing for any variability in tension. And in my case, I feel significantly more squishiness right at my belly button compared to at my sternum or closer to my pubic bone. So now I'm going to do a little bit of a head curl. I'm going to tuck my chin and lift my head, but I'm going to leave my shoulders on the ground, and then I'm going to use 3 fingers to start to try and feel the point at which those muscles engage. So the muscles should just hug the sides of my fingers. I may need to add some fingers, or even a hand, or I may need to take some fingers away. So it's whatever you need to make a measurement on your own body. And I'm also going to pay attention to how deep I can press those fingers in. So right at my belly button, I can feel about a 3 finger separation, and my fingers go about 1 knuckle deep. I'm going to do the same thing, 3 fingers height above my belly button. And here I'm feeling a 2 finger width separation with really good tension, and 3 fingers below my belly button. I have probably less than a 1 finger separation with good tension. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same assessment with the addition of an exhale breath and a pelvic floor contraction, a connection breath. And what I'm looking for is to see whether or not the activation of my pelvic floor and core decreases the width of the gap and more importantly, increases the tension in the linea alba tissue. So at my belly button, I have about a 2 finger separation with pelvic floor and core activation. Still about a knuckle, I can still get my fingers about a knuckle deep. So I still have a lot of room for improvement in terms of tension at that spot. 3 centimeters above. That gap goes down to about 1 finger width, and I had pretty good tension before. I still have pretty good tension there. 3 finger widths below my belly button. just under a finger separation with good tension. So for my body, the abdominal separation is really focused right around the belly button, but that can vary individual to individual. The shape of the separation can range quite a lot. Again, at this stage, I'm just setting a baseline for myself with this information. If you do have any concerns, please feel free to reach out to me by email. Even better, get in touch with a pelvic floor physical therapist who can help you get started on some rehab. Either way, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I'm always happy to answer questions. Thank you so much.